Welcome back to another episode of the Masterclass, Double Up the Masterclass series. I'm the host with the most. This is Doc Favors, and I'm so excited you all for how we're progressing through the book. For those of you who are new to the piece, let me introduce myself. I'm Doc Favors, and what I do is I help you strengthen your mind through mindset and business coaching so that you can create the life of freedom that you want, okay? With that being said, if something is interesting to you, if you resonate with the information, do your boy a favor and hit that like and subscribe and turn that bell notification on. With that being said, you all, we are still in the book U Squared by Price Pritchett. If you don't have this book, I promise you, you're doing yourself a disservice because this information is impeccable. We are changing lives, guys, and we are really, really excited about what's going on. Also, since I'm right here, you all, the book is in. This is a proof copy right here, but the book is in, you all. I'll definitely leave a link down below, but I'm getting great reviews. People are telling me that they are really, really getting the picture and what it means and what it's going to take in order to produce and create the lifestyle of freedom that they want. And I got topics in here from brainstorming and, you know, talking about the 6 things that I deal with in terms of higher faculties, you all, and vision for the new future, man. And it just really takes you through a series of information and mindset perspective that, you know, if you're going through a hardship and you've ever went through a hardship and you had to start over, how do you start over, right? What do you do when the loved one is lost, or when the best job you ever had in your life laid you off and now you don't have anything because you were living check to check? What do you do? Well, we got 4 moves that's going to help you change your financial landscape with what you already know. So I encourage you to go and get you a copy if you will. And you'll enjoy that. So with that being said, you all, let's get into this episode 8. The title of episode 8 is the title of the next chapter, which is Think Beyond What Common Sense Would Allow. Now, I want to say that again because I'm going to take my time with this video too, y'all, so it might be a little longer. But I want you to get this in your consciousness. Think beyond what common sense would allow. Now, we understand that most of us can be found flying too close to the ground. I'm reading from the book, so you all know that's why I'm looking, but I'll hold it up. He says, most of us can be found flying too close to the ground, okay? But too often, we don't give ourselves permission to soar. Now, when you talk about soaring, you all, and understanding that in order to soar, you got to start focusing on possibilities and not if the what if happens. What if happens is a very pessimistic way of looking at things. You want to be optimistic. And so when you start focusing on possibilities, you start shifting your mindset to not worrying about the obstacles or would-be obstacles. You all, let me tell you something, man. How many of you all know that fear is physical and courage is physical the same way? So that means if you want to change your state, then start getting into a place to where you strengthen your physicality, which means strengthening your mind, strengthening your body, strengthening your decision-making muscles so that you can experience the quantum leaps that we're talking about. Because make no doubt about it, you all, if you start focusing on the possibilities, you'll be able to take the risk. You'll be able to move out of your place of familiar, and you'll be excited about doing it. See, I'm in a season in my life, you all, where it's amazing and exciting to see what's getting ready to happen next, because we're out here, we're making new friends, we're making better connections, stronger connections, you all. We're making investments, we're making the money, we're doing what we have to do, and we're helping other people. And that's, I'm gonna tell you, when you get to that point where you can really start to help other people, it's a true blessing, okay? So look at this. When you're talking about making a quantum leap, it means moving from the outside. It means moving, let me say it like this. It means moving outside your mental boundaries. Now, think about it. What you have to do now is start to rethink how you're thinking. And you got to really get yourself in a position where you can say, you know what? I really believe I can multiply and do things a better way, easier. And this is an amazing piece, you all, because when you do this, you let your desires guide you instead of allowing yourself to be boxed in by perceived constraints. And I told you, now this piece right here is just off the chain, but I want to read something to you specifically from the book, and then I'll share. He says, seeking the quantum leap means violating the boundary of the probable. It means achieving well beyond the obvious. So don't limit your desires to what you think you can have. Start going after what you want. Y'all, when I do coaching sessions and things of that nature, I always ask a potential client, what is it that you love to do? If money wasn't an issue and you can do anything in life that you wanted to do, what would you do? And many say, you know, man, that's a great question. And that's why I'm here, because I got a lot of things I want to do. I got to do this. I want to do that. I got to do this. And so I then say, okay, well, can I coach you for 5 minutes? I'm going to ask you right now. If you're one of those people, I'm going to ask you, can I coach you for 5 minutes? So if you're one of the people who says, I have a lot of things to do, but I don't know where to start, then I'm going to tell you like this. You start with the foundational gift. You start with the bedrock. That means the easiest thing for you to do with least amount of effort and resistance from your paradigm that we can take and monetize and help you make the most money. That is your bedrock. That is your love. Whatever you love to do, whether it's helping people, coaching people, teaching people, providing a service for people. I'm getting to the point where I realize now I provide services in terms of coaching, but I also got to provide a product, because some people want to, or they need introducing into this whole field of personal growth and development. So I created a product, a document, man, that will change your life if you apply the principles that are in the book, right? So the same thing goes with here. When you can start dreaming, you all, and get beyond the obvious, man, and start thinking about your wants, right, versus desires. What do I really want? Some would say, well, you know, I thought a desire was a want. But no, they are different, you all. Because here's the thing. This means you must give yourself permission to dream, to risk. You must set yourself free. And you do this by doing things a certain way over a period of time. Wallace Waddle said in one of his books, you all, that you don't get rich and wealthy by doing a thing. You get rich and wealthy. You get rich and wealthy by doing certain things. Here it is, certain things consistently over a period of time. Now, what does that mean? That means you don't just hit the lottery, okay? Some people do, but I guarantee if they have bad money paradigm, if they have a poverty conscious, they'll run through that money very quickly, because they're going to get things that they desire versus things that they want. See, I want to be in a position where I can live a life of freedom. Now, I desire business to help me get my want. So therefore, when I get money or certain things of that, I don't just run out and spend it and do things like that anymore, because I understand that sometimes my desires are just temporary, but my wants, you all, are based upon the vision and what I need to do to get that to come to pass. And so when you understand that small little revelation, you begin to move in different ways, okay? So now, a 10 or 20% improvement isn't the idea at all. That's incremental. Quantum leaps, you all, are by definition astounding, certainly unconventional. But you want to set your mindset to the dial of here it is, multiple gains, exponential increase. I can't express that enough, you all. So think about it. The topic was think beyond what common sense would tell you. Common sense says, you know what, get a job, save some money, and hopefully I can run across a good investment later on. Quantum leap thinking says, use what I have and go get somebody to teach me how to monetize, start a digital course or do something online, create some type of business where I'm selling a product and a service so that I can double up, quadruple, 10x if I need to, so I can experience quantum leaps. Now, which one do you think is the most direct path? Exactly. Starting a business using what you have. You all have a certain level of proficiency and skill set already. You could be monetizing already, selling a few things, even if it's a small ebook. I know you say, people say, well, too many people have done that. Yo, you can never oversaturate information. There's always an information. Someone wants to know how to fix a paintball gun. Someone might need some etiquette for their children's, you know. Someone might need the type of coaching that I have to how to start a LLC, the difference between a C Corp and an S Corp. Once again, you all, it's always room for information. You just have to stick with it and make sure you start thinking beyond what sense would allow you. So we have common sense, but you got to start thinking quantum leap sense, y'all, in unconventional ways if you really want to experience what I'm talking about. And last but not least, you all, true, there are limits, but you don't need to worry about those limits anymore, because real limits are far beyond your artificial mental boundaries. The real limits, you all, won't box you in. For the false ones you're carrying around in your mind are self-imposed. Did you all hear what I just said? Did you hear what he just said, the author? He said, true, there are limits, but you don't need to worry about them. Your real limits are far beyond your artificial mental boundaries. In other words, you put yourself in the boundaries with the what if this happened? What if that happens? No, man, listen, live life risk-free. Live life fear-free. Live life in freedom. Don't be scared to take a risk. Don't be scared to step out on faith, man. Those are self-imposed prisons. You're keeping yourself in bondage, afraid that, if I step out, I'm going to tell you like this, and I'm going to be done. If you never step out, you'll sign the agreement of failure. If you step out, you may succeed, you may fail, but you'll never know. But if you never step out, you know for sure that you'll never win because you didn't even try, okay? So that being said, y'all, this Doc Favors, man, as always, thank you all. That is my interpretation of that piece, man. Y'all should get this book and really get into it. Now, here's the thing. I would definitely want to hear some comments from you all. As always, I like your comments. You all can leave some of the comments down in the description section. And don't forget to check out the playlist for the Mastermind Study. This episode 8, I got 7 other episodes, whereas I believe this will help you out, okay? And, of course, I'll leave the links down below for the private Facebook group, the Creating the Life of Freedom book, you all. And, of course, if there's anything else, hey, just leave me a comment and we'll address it in the next video. So that being said, you all, hey, as always, Mr. Positivity here. Be positive on purpose and not by accident, y'all. Remember, freedom, wealth, riches is a part of your birthright. You got to learn how to access it. This is Doc Favors. We'll see you next time.